Okay, well, we're back. Our first podcast of 2022. It's been quite the celebrations for Happy New Year's and all that. How was your celebrations?
For New Year's, because Hawaii has a fireworks ban, it was noisy.
Yeah, so reverse psychology.
To make it worse, it was raining, like on and off.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell, like, when it rained hard, nothing happened. When the rain let up,
They lit up
fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fireworks resumed.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's always that one house that'll just keep popping no matter what.
Yeah, fireworks are actually waterproof by default, I believe. So, or they don't need that much oxygen, at least from what I've gathered. Anyway, so yeah, they can still light up fireworks during the rain. So that's why when you have like a flare when you're like on the side of the road and it's raining, you can still light up the flare. So that way you can still signal people and stuff. But yeah, anyway, for me, there was some fireworks, not as bad as yours. I can tell you that much because
Yeah, you heard it.
Oh yeah, dude. It felt like it pretty much sounded from my perspective. It sounded like just people banging on your desk or banging on your door, pretty much.
I forget it was either James or Todd going like, "Wow, it's a war zone there." It's like, yeah.
That sounds like Todd. I mean, it could be.
Oh, Mr. President.
Yeah. That's that is how it goes, pretty much. But yeah, other than that, it was relatively chill this time around. For me anyway, because half of my I wouldn't say half, but let's just say a good handful of people within my circle, like my friends in real life, actually got sick. Mostly with Corona, for sure. Unfortunately, but they've been doing okay. I mean, they're all around my age, pretty much, so they've been doing okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So it was a little quiet. We didn't even go on like a virtual call, we didn't even get in a call and say, just and celebrate New Year. So I was pretty much with Christian and the others, just hanging around and stuff. Faka had a shot, and because he hadn't drunk in a year or something, or at least a long time anyway, he said he was like really feeling it after that one shot or something.
Yep.
And then
there.
yeah, you were there.
Sounded like he had the Asian glow already. I was like, really?
He sounded like he was glowing already. Yeah. I had like 3 glasses of I think bourbon. Yeah, so I haven't drunk in a year, so maybe that actually, I don't know, maybe my tolerance has always been okay, but no, I don't drink that much, so whatever. It's not. Anyway, that's been how it goes, so but yeah. Now we pretty much have the year in review. We're just gonna go through, just to, like, skim over like some stuff, and then we'll talk about our game of the year for 2021. And then later on, we'll just talk about the news of things. Not much has happened, so I guess it kind of worked out. So anyway, so let's go through. I'm just gonna use our Discord actually to just year and review it. So give me a minute here. Zawa's not gonna be able to see it, but I'm just gonna just read off like real quickly. I mean, the biggest thing right away is the whole Blizzard thing. from top of my head anyway. But let me see. Let's jump through all the way to the very first post of 2021 on our Discord, the Hypecast Discord, I mean. and I oh yeah, I was talking about the Guilty Gear stuff, like all the stuff before Guilty Gear came out. That's right, because Guilty Gear came out this year for Strive. But also, yeah, One Piece came out with 1,000 chapters. That was like the very first part of the year, or 2021, which was actually kind of neat. That's a lot of chapters, bro. And then
a lot of broken wrists.
And then not to mention the anime has well reached 1,000 episodes. I think or during like the middle of the year or something. I think. And then that's right, the PogChamp emo got changed. I remember that one. Do you remember that? Because of Gutex going a little crazy on the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And then the what do you call the raid on Capitol Hill happened. Remember that? Yeah, and then Gutex kind of like defended it or something like that. He was for the raid because he's kind of like pro-Trump and kind of like that. So yeah, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So the PogChamp emo got removed and changed. It changed to the what was it? The Komodo dragon one, right? Like the lizard one. There were some temporary ones. Like it was always changing between like different streamers. And that
that was pretty good.
A good idea, but I guess like with some of the people, like there were like a small group of fans that didn't like them. There's always like those group of fans that don't, or not fans, but like group of people that didn't like that person or something. Cause I don't know, they say something that they didn't agree with or something like that. I don't know. I forget the details. It's
like if you don't like that person, then don't use the emote. It's just there.
Yeah, I don't know. And then and then the King of Fighters stuff that was coming out. That was really neat to see. And then Samurai Showdown. I put this the Gengar pillow. Remember that Gengar pillow with the tongue?
I'm still waiting for you to buy that.
Oh my
Don't
God.
know where you put it in your room. But...
No, I have no idea, dude. Oh yeah, and then the Switch OLED thing. People thought it was gonna be a Switch Pro, but it was just a regular Switch with a better screen. That was pretty interesting. And then we kind of talked about the new the PogChamp emote changing every 24 hours or something like that. That went on for a little bit, and then we changed. I think it was like permanent to the Komodo dragon one, or the lizard face. Yeah. So, and then oh my goodness, freaking. Oh yeah, this is when Ganyu came out. My gosh, that's crazy. Ganyu came out this year, or not this year. Last year rather. It was like super early on. And then oh yeah, Super Baby from Dragon Ball FighterZ. And then there was that drama about Halo Infinite. What else? I'm just going through all the stuff here. Oh yeah, the Borderlands movie that was like kind of pretty much announced with all the weird casting so far, like Kevin Hart as Rowan or something like that. Roland. Stuff like that. The Cyberpunk roadmap. Oh, that Cyberpunk 2077 roadmap. There's so much for that because barely any of these were met. Especially the big like DLCs. Oh yeah, the Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios. right? And then new Pokemon Snap. And then Capcom Cup got canceled, or not canceled, but like they moved to online, which we'll talk about later on. Let me see what else. Trying to point out the Morbius was delayed again. This is the second delay. They moved it to January 2022, and we know what happened to that one.
Just delay everything already.
I know, right? Resident Evil Village or Village. Now that all the promotion and whatever. Godzilla vs. Kong. Of course. All the trailers and hype leading to it. Animal Crossing updates. Oh yeah, they delayed Godzilla vs. Kong by a week. But that was nothing.
Yep.
Good movie, all in all. Yeah, more about Resident Evil stuff. Let me just skim through stuff here.
Live action movie.
The what live action?
Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, the Resident Evil, yeah. Oh yeah, Sonic Prime was announced. That's the upcoming Sonic Netflix series, which we haven't seen anything ever since. No, like
it's fake man.
Fake man, yeah. And then yeah, all the memes and stuff like that for Lady Dimitrescu. That was pretty funny, especially with the guy from Jurassic Park hugging the lady's ass. He's like all big. So you see the guy from Jurassic Park or World or whatever, just hugging it. I remember that meme. And yeah, there was stuff about Battlefield, which unfortunately sucked.
Shh, don't say that.
Oh, and then this is I think this was when they started for Street Fighter, right? This is the start of like them doing different like a different thing for like announcing updates or something like that. So pretty much they kind of did like a direct. They directly had the producer and director in these videos for Street Fighter, and they like were nailing it. They were like being clear of what's coming up and giving all the necessary information, and everyone in the Street Fighter community were really liking it. So good on them. And then there was a beta for Guilty Gear, and then like you said, the Resident Evil movie that was happening. What was it? Oh, wait, do you remember if the GameStop thing was that 2020?
Which game?
The GameStop stock thing? That whole thing about stocks?
I forget.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like in January, so that's why it's kind of hard to like pinpoint. But anyway, they kind of wanted to do a documentary, of course. So Endwalker was announced. So that was big for the 14 fans, and then or players rather. And then oh yeah, I think Godzilla Singular Point came out that year too, or 2021. Around these times. I'm still in February, by the way, so I'm like skimming through all the stuff. Oh yeah, there was that weird collaboration with Capcom and KFC because they came out with the that dating sim game, the KFC dating sim, and Lady Dimitrescu was in it. I guess maybe I don't know, or it was like a tweet or something, just a tweet. I don't think they actually came out with a collab game or whatever. And then yeah, you know how KFC is with their tweets. They be memeing. Anyway, oh yeah, and then February was the beginning of the whole Spider-Man thing. Like it started out off as like rumors, and then we saw, you know, the movie come out. So kind of funny how it all kind of built up, pretty much. Also around that same time, Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2 was announced. Oh, and then the live action Powerpuff Girls was announced too. Gosh.
That didn't get anywhere.
That did not go anywhere, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, but unfortunately for CW.
No, they know what they were doing. Absolutely nothing.
No, yeah.
We got this brilliant idea. Okay, where are we going with this? I don't know.
Oh, and then yeah, they announced Pedro Pascal to star as Joel in Last of Us, the live action series. Man, that was something. Oh, and then yeah, this was the year I was like coming back into Pokemon cards, so like getting the Pokemon cards was actually like pretty hard at first. But then the company was like, yeah, we're gonna make more. We're gonna pimp more cards, so that way we're gonna try to combat the scalpers or something like that. And yeah, it's been a little easier to get them because scalpers started to sort of lose interest. They're still around, I mean, but a good chunk of them kind of moved on to something else, which I think is graphics cards anyways. Unfortunate, but yeah, that's also another thing to mention about for 2021, unfortunately. Ratchet and Clank came out, or is coming out. That's what they announced at the time. Oh yeah, and then February, I'm still in February, the PogChamp emote was permanently changed to the Komodo dragon thing. So like I said, there was the roundtable for fighting games, where basically a lot of developers from fighting games came together and talked about stuff and announced some characters, including, I think it was like the last character for Guilty Gear Strive's base roster, I think. And, oh my goodness, the Mortal Kombat movie. They were talking about that. Cruella de Vil, the live action movie. And then let me see. Let me try to like go a little faster in here. Oh, there was a little more on Overwatch 2. And this was before. Oh yeah. No. What's that, you ask? Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's even gonna be a hit. It's hard to say, right? Oh, Twitch issued a copyright thing on Metallica, even though Metallica was performing their own songs. That was funny, but very unfortunate. Oh yeah, and then there was this picture of Ryu and Chun Li in Fortnite. Remember that? Here, I'll bring it up on here so you can see it. Oops.
Connect with your favorite people.
Yep.
Why is he never smiles.
That was the meme of the week or whatever, of the month. And yeah, some character trailers for fighting games. Oh yeah, Dan was announced. That was fun. Oh, Butch Hartman. He was trending because he was like basically stealing work from like other artists. The artist for and then Hartman is the artist or creator of Fairy Odd Parents, excuse me. Um, and then he tried to do commissions, but he just wound up like doing things that are just unoriginal because he was like copying other people's work, like I said. So that happened. Oh man, and then Fry's Electronics closed down permanently. That was very unfortunate. It sucks too because like it's like a perfect store for people who need like just parts for their PCs and such. You know, like Radio Shack and like that, something like that. Like if you just need like a, I don't know, like a semiconductor or something like that, or uh just like a, I don't know, some soldering or something, just conveniently there. You know, we kind of take things for granted until they're gone, and then we realize how valuable it is. Oh, Pyro and Mithra were announced or whatever. That was also fun for Smash. And then oh yeah, there was the build up for Monster Hunter Rise. Oh yeah, and then there was the mobile game for Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. I think that's like a battle royale mobile game. I don't know how that's going. Trying to just skim through stuff here. Oh yeah, E3 was canceled, so they made it online, which is again happening here for this year as well. Where are we right now? Oh, March. Okay, let me just. All right, continue to skim through. Oh yeah, and then all the stuff about Space Jam 2, including Lola Bunny. Oh my God, remember that one? That movie was just visual diarrhea. Now that I look back on it. What else happened? All right. Oh, the Soldier Boy with the well, the Soldier Boy, the game console thing he was trying to do again, and then that failed again. Oh yeah, yep. And then Godzilla Single Point was coming out around that time. And this is in March. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, there was a teaser about the PlayStation VR 2. I think they just came out with the actual video like recently. So they teased it like during 2021 and then and now they just showed it off recently. Venom 2 was delayed all the way to September 17th because you know Corona. Which I need to check that out. I keep forgetting. And then Gotham Knights was also delayed all the way to 2022, or so hopefully it'll come out sometime this year.
Never.
Yeah. Lydia was announced for Tekken 7. She was the Polish karate chick. She's like the prime minister of Poland.
I really want to know what Poland thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they thought it was cool.
Like, were they happy or were they like,
I don't know. Wait, was the Justice League what you call the 4-hour version or whatever, like the uncut version? Yeah, the Snyder cut. Yeah, that was that year. Yeah, 2021. Damn, man. That was wild. that whole thing. It was cool, like, but it was super long. That's for sure. 4 hours, man. My God, I can't believe I sit through all that in one sitting.
I mean, when it was, when you did it, it didn't feel like 4 hours to me.
It didn't feel like it, but yeah. But when you look at the clock, it's like, oh fuck.
I know. You just go like, shit.
Yeah. In reality, yeah, it's fucking long. When you have to think about it. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. I think that by that time it already come out in March, right? More characters for KOF announced for KOF 15. I mean, oh yeah, and then we talked about more about Space Jam 2, and then let me see. Oh my goodness, the freaking pictures of the Powerpuff Girls live action thing on the set. Oh my goodness, that looked bad. So yeah, it was a good thing that thing got canned. I think it got canned, right? Yeah, so. Oh yeah, there was stuff about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Damn, that came out also this year too. Oh, there's the picture. There's the meme of Lady Dimitrescu. Hold on, let me pull it up for you. Wait, hold on. There we go. Yep.
I mean, everyone in the world wanted to do that.
That was one of the very many memes that came out for Lady Dimitrescu. But like several people have said like memes are power, man. Memes are power, which shows in some fighting game rosters and stuff like that, and including multiverses, I should say, for the WB Platinum Fire. Oh, and then now we're in April. Jeff Kaplan left Blizzard. He was like one of the veterans of Blizzard, and with all the stuff going on, I guess we didn't even know what was going on at the time in April until way later on. But yeah, Jeff left the company, most likely because of all the stuff that's been happening. There's some updates for Animal Crossing. Oh, this was when Yoshinari Ono, formerly from Street Fighter, he made the announcement that he was appointed to Delightworks, which is the same company that works on Fate Grand Order. I think he not too long ago went into a different position, but still in the company, I think. But I think he's still doing pretty good for himself, for the most part. And
Ooh, excuse me.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, that was cold.
No more AC for now.
Holy shit. What you can tell it's cold is when both your cats are on your foot. It's like, why? Get off me.
And then there's a whole dump about all the Marvel stuff that was coming out, including Quantum Mania, Guardians 3, the Marvels, Wakanda Forever. A lot of that stuff was announced. Let's see. Oh yeah, they came out with Chun Li and Ryu for Battle for the Grid at the time for Power Rangers. That was pretty funny. Oh, Loki was this that year too, right? 2021. That was a cool show. I liked it.
Loki was good.
Yeah, I haven't watched Hawkeye just yet. Have you?
It's good.
It was good. Okay. I haven't watched that just yet.
Well, a little spoiler. It has Hawkeye in it.
Oh, why you doing me like that, man? Come on, bruh. You're gonna what's next? Fucking he shoots arrows. Oh my god.
No, he shoots a gun.
Oh, okay, that's a
with his bow and arrow.
Oh, like the gun itself with the. Oh, there was that weird. Okay, yeah. There was a weird like split with the Warner Brothers division from Warner Media. So so people were wondering about what's gonna happen with Mortal Kombat, but I think it's okay. I think it's safe because I don't think none of the NRS people got split up. Thankfully.
For now.
Let me see what's next. Sorry, just skimming through still. We're in May now, so it's just like a bunch of little things. Oh, I think around this time, we're now in June, they announced the delay for God of War, Ragnarok, I think.
You mean Data Boy?
Yep. Oh yeah, there was a whole new region with Genshin Impact for Inazuma. That was the year of Inazuma, pretty much. That was cool. I had a lot of fun. There's still new stuff coming out for Inazuma, so which has happened recently. I haven't checked out everything just yet for that update when it comes to Genshin Impact. Oh my god, the whole like bathtub thing. Remember that one? And on Twitch, there was a bathtub thing, and then after that it was the
pool, the inflatable pool, right?
The pool, and then yeah, that one, and then but also the ASMR mics, you know, the ears, right? And then the women they'll like lick it or something like that. They like make all those mouth sounds. Yeah, that was the meta of the year for Twitch. Oh yeah, Melty Blood Type Lumina got announced. That was pretty cool. Although overall, I'm not really sticking with the game just because I don't know, something about it just didn't really appeal to me too much. After trying it, giving it the old college try. Oh yeah, Star Wars Visions came out this year or 2021.
I didn't care for that.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, I mean, I did
Like, I
want.
watched it and it was like, oh god.
Yeah, I mean,
You might like some of it because it's like episodic.
mm-hmm.
Like each episode is different, but to me, I was like, oh god.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Skip.
what was well, I mean, what made you feel that way though? Is what I'm wondering.
There was a couple of episodes where it was like you were. It was what's the word? Just trailing forever.
Okay.
You're like doing this half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or some episodes didn't even feel like Star Wars. It felt like someone's fan fiction gone wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like a nice bonus thing for the most part. So it's just kind of like eye candy for the most part because a good number of them were from like recognizable anime studios, like Trigger, for example. So that's why that was like the appeal for it. But anyway, in July, that was when Nickelodeon All Star Brawl was announced. That was pretty funny. And then this was when Evo made its return. The fighting game tournament made a return to online, I think. Yeah. Which had some bumps in the road, but it could have been better, I guess. Yeah, there was like all the hype about Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Oh yeah, a new character came out for Apex Legends, Seer, along with Ash way later on.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then we had our first DLC character for Guilty Gear Strive, which was Gold Lewis, which he is very scary at this point. Oh yeah, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn was announced for the collaboration Genshin Impact. I still have not leveled her up. I have not touched her at all, so I have no idea how she really is. But she's not really like meta or anything like that. So I mean, yeah, I have no idea.
She's questionable. I don't
They announced a new movie for Dragon Ball Super, which is supposed to be like all CG and stuff like that. So there was some controversy, stuff like that. Oh, I think. Oh, okay. So right around more towards the end of July was when all the stuff for Blizzard was starting to come out, including all the bullshit that came out from J. Allen Bragg and all the other higher ups, right?
Yep.
Yep. That was the beginning of that whole thing. Oh, and the Olympics for the Summer Olympics for Tokyo also happened, I believe. Because they delayed it from a year before because of COVID. And then they went ahead and did that. Yeah, and then there was more stuff about the Blizzard stuff, like including the walkout.
Walk it out. Walk it out.
Walk it out. Mm-hmm. Oh, Zawa stepped out for a little bit, so like adjusting something. Oh yeah, and do you remember Digimon Survive?
What's that?
Yeah, that one got delayed to this year, so 2022.
What's that? You're saying like weird shit.
Weird shit, foreign things. Yeah. Oh, and then the picture of the Cosby Suite. Oh my goodness, that one came out right at the end of July. Guess I'll like put it right here.
It's beautiful.
Jeez.
So it's so beautiful that those that are in the picture denies it, and it's like, then who the hell are they?
There's no way like they can get out of that, you know. There was no way. That whole thing was just crazy. And then there was the Johansson versus Disney thing, because she put up a lawsuit because of like she wasn't earning stuff from the streaming side of things, because it wasn't part of the I guess it wasn't part of the contract, because you know because of COVID they suddenly had to put up on streaming so that way people can catch it. Well, although you had to pay $30 for it to watch Black Widow, and then she didn't get any of it until they settled the lawsuit, and then yeah, I think for the most part she is still working with them, so it worked out in the end of things. That little saga was kind of interesting. Hey, let me see anything else. Oh yeah, there was a teaser for Akira from Rival Schools for Street Fighter, and then Oro was in there too. Like Oro was also teased around that time, and fucking Guile, man. Guile in Fortnite. Remember this meme? Dr. Pepper for Guile from Street Fighter 5, and then Dr. Thunder for Fortnite Guile.
Fortnite.
Yeah. That was pretty hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Who isn't in Fortnite at this point, right? Oh, I think also, I forgot to mention
Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Godzilla.
What are you talking about? Sorry?
Who isn't in?
Oh yeah, in Fortnite, yeah. Well, I can guarantee you that no one from Toei Animation will make it into Fortnite, because that company is full of dinosaurs. But I think it is for the best anyway, so. But we saw Naruto. We saw Naruto in Fortnite.
Why though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shaman. I think Shaman King came out earlier that year. The remake, I mean, or reboot, I should say. I don't know. Anyway, there was this post about the Olympians showing off their like love for manga and shit. So there's Frankie's pose, and then this guy right here, super. I love it. It's great.
I mean, didn't they also like play
the video game music?
Music?
Yes, they did. They were just flexing on that those copyrights.
What copyright?
Right. It's like, hey, we can play all this music here in Japan, but you guys can't. Kind of, in a way. We can come after you.
Yep.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, that 2021 was also when Funimation and Crunchyroll became one company. I kind of remember that.
Good.
Where are we now? Oh, we're in August. I'm gonna just ignore what that sound was.
I'm not in any danger, everyone. Not yet.
Not yet. Was that your cat like moving around or something?
No, that was the neighbor.
Oh, okay. What else? What else? What else?
Nothing.
Oh, in August, when they're trying to film the Powerpuff Girls live action stuff, they lost one of the main casts. They lost the actor for Blossom. She left.
Yep.
She left the set.
Good. She saved herself.
Yeah. Who actually thought that was a good idea to make Powerpuff Girls live action and all the like stuff that came out? I mean, you could also say the same for Cowboy Bebop, right? Which also came out that year. And oh boy, what a train wreck that was. Oh yeah, there was more stuff about Pokemon Legends, Arceus. I mean, what was for you like the one of the highlights or one of the things that come to mind for 2021 if you can remember anything besides Blizzard?
Lockdowns. Lots and lots of lockdown.
You're right. That was also the year of the lockdown. No wait. Well,
It was round 2.
round 2. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Round 2. Get ready, cry.
Right, because the beginning of the pandemic was officially end of February / beginning of March of 2020. That was when, the lockdowns began. And yeah, we were still well within the pandemic, so. Oh, and then, yep, the saga with Dr. Disrespect and Twitch was continuing. I think we still don't know what happened, really, of why he was banned or whatever. Still a mystery. I don't know if there was anything around that. Oh yeah, the stupid Shaggy meme got canon pretty much. Oh, it was like, or actually, at least it was like acknowledged, whatever. Oh, I guess it was deleted. Hold on, let me see if I can find.
Good job. That's what we want to hear.
Oh, never mind.
Shit. No.
Ed Boon himself put it up, so.
Over here, man.
Yoink.
Yep, that was the video. That pretty much sealed the deal for Shaggy. And you know, like we said, memes are power. Memes are power indeed. This is also when Mr. Okubo left the Soul Calibur production, or Tekken in fact too, because he left Bandai Namco altogether. He was very important within the Soul Calibur side of things too, along with Tekken. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna hear from him for a while because I think that he's still under terms to keep silent about that, of where he's going or what's happening. But anywho, let's continue on. We're in September now. Oh no, this aged terribly. Shinichiro Watanabe says he can only pray and hope for Netflix's Cowboy Bebop. Yikes.
Big oof.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was that weird... I forgot to mention this, but there was that weird Martin Luther King Day... Martin Luther King Day sort of collaboration. Not day, but Martin Luther King collaboration with Fortnite. So weird. Yeah. Let me just mute this and then play a little bit of Fortnite for a little bit.
It's like on paper it was good. Execution wise.
Why? Yeah, so yeah, go ahead.
It's just like they had to know that these are kids. They're not gonna fucking pay attention to this.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna fucking be stupid and dumb idiots.
Yep. It's like if I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, right? If I wanted to learn about MLK, I'm gonna either go to a museum or just go on the internet, you know, to
The
research.
Internet or hey, History Channel.
History
That
Channel
thing still exists.
Yeah, pretty sure it does still. So yeah, I mean, like you're saying, like the intentions and stuff like that are good, right? I'm sure. Like they wanted to, like have the kids and younger audiences learn some way about MLK because he's, a big key figure in the civil rights movement, which was a very important event at the time. Kind of like the whole Black Lives Matter movement around. Was that 2020 or was that 2020 or 2020 or 2021? If you can remember.
One of them.
Well, one of them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like in that world of like I don't remember.
Yeah, it's very blurry because there's a lot that happened during those 2 years. And then yeah, anyway, there's the whole Twitch hate raids, which people wanted to protest against. So that's why a lot of people didn't stream around that time. Hence the hashtag day off Twitch. The One Piece live action a series on Netflix was announced or teased around that time in September. What's let me see. Okay. Let me just skim through. Oh yeah, there was more about the Cowboy Bebop stuff leading up to the release, but remember this tweet? The comparison to costumes. At least for Faye anyway. Let me see, hold on, sorry. Click. There you go.
Yeah. Still don't know why people still act like that's a thing.
I don't know.
It has to be comic book or manga or anime accurate. It's like, okay, here you go. Now, excuse me. Now go do some stunts. Go do 3 flips in the air. Do a cartwheel and see if your freaking thing does not break. Go. We'll wait. Snap. Oh shit.
Yep. And this is this is also when Shang-Chi came out around the time, or was also almost coming out. We're in September, so the memes of Shang-Chi were pretty hilarious because Simu Liu is or used to be a model for like a lot of stock photos, so that's why we see these pop up with the rings.
It's beautiful.
It's hilarious. It's great. I think he definitely saw them and he was just like, I hate it.
I think it's like one of those
smile.
Things in his past, like shit, he found me.
I know. But hey, man, what a glow up, right? Going from a stock photo model to being Shang-Chi in Marvel, what a story. That was definitely a blow up, all right. Let me see. Let me go through. Oh, yep. That was also the time when Wolverine was teased and announced. With that image right there. Well, not image. There was a little bit of a trailer during the State of Play. Miles Morales was also coming around the corner. No, there was more. There's a. I think there's more for Mr. Liu. Yes. Yeah. Look at that.
When you compare these photos to like what he looks now, he is really skinny.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, he definitely put on some muscle, that's for sure, for Shang-Chi.
He looks so happy.
He looks very happy here.
You see this shit?
Yeah.
I did this shit.
Yeah. Where's that? Yeah, this one. Yeah, man, that's great. And then you got this one. This bunch. The hat. No, man. And there's the poster right there. Whoa, man. He has definitely come a long way.
I kind of want to say, like, during my graphic design classes, we did use, like,
yeah, these photos.
Images.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember which one, but I probably did.
Is it even funnier now because I actually watched Shang-Chi and I know the significance of that that uniform or whatever. Oh man, it's great. Yep, and then the rings. Dude, this is fantastic. Yep. This is great. Oh man. Unapologetic is one way to describe it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. Got a good giggle out of that one. Oh man, Matrix Resurrections was announced around that time, and it did come out. How do you wait? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, briefly, how did you feel about it?
7.5 out of 10. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's either a six or a 7 for me. But what?
Like there were some elements I had to remind myself. Who is this?
Mm-hmm.
You look familiar. I remember you. I think.
I definitely remember the French dude. It took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Why do I feel familiar with this character? Oh, he was that guy. He was eating that olive very seductively, I think at the time.
Yeah, and talking about thing, and then made the lady piss.
Yeah. And then the lady was like, I'll give you this if you let me kiss you yeah. Or if you give me a good kiss or something like that rather. But
if you kiss me like how you kiss Trinity.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god.
Like, honey, that's not how it works.
And then I remember Neo kind of gave her a half-ass kiss. He's like, that ain't enough, honey.
If I was there, I was like, tongue too. Come on. Don't half-ass this. People are watching.
And then Trinity kind of just sat there like, one day I'm gonna kill that bitch.
She's like, say the words, say the words.
Like, please give me an excuse to kill this bitch. Give me a good reason. Yep. And then right around the time, Hawkeye was announced for not Netflix, Disney Plus.
Yep, Netflix.
Yep. I mean, same thing, right?
Because Disney's gonna buy Netflix. Just
oh my god.
Mickey's gonna be like, oh, mine.
Stranger Things? Oh, mine. Oh.
Who's next on the chopping block?
Oh, yeah.
HBO Max, Mixie.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh god. That means they have to own Warner Brothers, right? So that's a bit of a stretch, but hey, you never know. I guess.
Yeah. It's in. It's like under hush hush.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that one. Yep, and then more information about Blizzard came out at the time. Blah blah blah. Let me see. Any more on this stuff? Let me see. Oh yeah, right at almost pretty close towards the end of 2021. All the Smash tournaments were starting to happen again, but of course, you know, some people got COVID, which yeah, you know, we kind of saw that coming in a way. Oh, Dune came out as well too. The movie Dune. Yeah, I think it's neat. I want to see more of it, but it definitely felt like I really feel like it should have been a TV series over being a movie. So that way they can like really expand on some of the areas they kind of like touched upon, but not really like you know, like the way the movie ended too is like, oh my goodness, you know it's a sequel, or you know they're gonna want to make another movie. So it was too much of a cliffhanger for me. But you know, it is what it is. There is gonna be a part 2 coming, so whatever. I guess all good at the end of the day.
Part 2 in 2026. I don't know.
I think as early as 2024. But I could be wrong. Let me see. Oh yeah, Pokemon Unite came out that 2021, and what do you call? They came out with all these costumes, including this one with the drip, Garchomp with the drip. And then even Gengar got some costumes too, but I don't know why they made him to a spaceman. Oops. I don't know why they made him to a spaceman. Maybe it's a pun for something.
Doesn't even match with it.
I don't know. I know. I don't know why they went with the spaceman theme for Gengar.
This is the Space Jam. It's his chance to do his dance at the Space Jam.
All right. Right. Oh yeah, and then right at the end of September, Bayonetta was finally revealed somehow, some way.
The fuck is that?
Bayonetta 3, I mean, was finally shown off with the trailer and stuff like that. Looks good, but they were coming out with some stuff about like a new voice and stuff like that. Is it really Cereza? You know, blah blah blah. Is this an alternate Cereza? That kind of thing. So I do like the new look overall still. And there's this person. Kind of looks like something from Devil May Cry, but we'll have to see what is going to be happening. But anyway. And then, oh yeah, and then this one, the big one, right? The final character for Smash Ultimate DLC was coming around this time. And we all know who that is, of course. That's, Sora. I have more Cowboy Bebop stuff. Arcane was teased. Jeez, I still kind of want to watch that Netflix series. Let me see. More KOF stuff. How long have we been going now? Okay, about an hour-ish. Okay. So we're like right at more towards the end, so oh, the new logo for Bandai, terrible. I mean, I know there's Jin and Kazuya over it, but you get an idea of what the new logo looks like for Bandai. Terrible. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a better image for it. Kaboosh. Right there. There you go. Yeah. Oh, this part. For Strangers of Paradise or whatever it's called for Final Fantasy.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos.
It's a fairy tale.
Harder.
The darkness, the beasts, this despair that eats away at people's hearts. It's easy to blame a single thing for all of that. It gives people hope to think the world can be saved with a single heroic deed, even if it's never that simple. So I decided to become a sacrifice. I offered myself to the darkness and prayed to become chaos, hoping some band of heroes would defeat me, and thus bring an end to this empty dream.
Bullshit.
But why though?
It's just a fair.
That's the original song, by the way. There's a lot of like edits. I joined in on the fun. There's a lot of edits of like the song being switched out for something else. It was great. It's a very odd scene, but I guess you have to play the game to know the context and everything. I think. Let me see. Oh yeah, Metroid Dread came out that around October. Great game. I liked it. What else came out? There was a lot of games that came out in October, I think. That was like the big month for it. I'll pull it up here and boom, there we go. Metroid Dread, Super Monkey Ball, Nick All Stars. That's right, yeah, that came out. I think it was like around the same time as Sora coming out for Smash. So people like had some tinfoil hat theories or whatever. They had their own little weird exaggerations about like why that was so, or they were gonna like delay the game or something like that because of Smash or something like that. I don't know. The Demon Slayer game, I think it was like the Arena Fighter, Guardians of the Galaxy game, Super Mario Party Superstars. Oh yeah, Sora was announced that same month. That's right, and then the Animal Crossing Direct, the big one, also came out around that month. What else? What else? Oh yeah, Tales of Arise also came out around that same window. Let me see. Right. Remember this this fella right here? The composer for Dragon Quest and all the stuff surrounding him. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me click on. There you
go. Twitter was all over this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
It was like both good and bad, and then it was like.
I mean, where do you fall on this situation?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, knowing what he did, it's like, oof.
Right. It's so weird because Japan never really talks about it. They keep like honoring him, like as if it never happened, you know, of what he believed in. Like it's like like I don't know. Like at times, I question if that's even all true, but yes, it is true. Because in some interviews he, I guess he admitted it or something like that. So I guess, but it's so weird. Like when I catch like those Japanese like news shows or whatever when my mom was watching, like I just kind of like walk by. I see this guy, and they talk about him like as if he's like he was, you know, any other famous dude. You know what I mean? So it's weird. So again, like, I wonder if that stuff was all true. Maybe the his beliefs on the whole gay marriage thing is true, and maybe not so much on the more like controversial side of things. And maybe that's being taken out of context, you know, according to like the like from all the translations and stuff like that. Maybe things got lost in translation. I don't know. Right. So that, you know, that's always a possible case, but I don't know. So I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of Dragon Quest anyway, and from what I've heard anyway, he didn't really compose that many songs or pieces for Dragon Quest, so you'll always hear the same shit in across a lot of the Dragon Quest games anyway. So maybe it, you know, this could mean that someone else can take the mantle and actually up the variety at that point. And you know, I know some people like Simmons have, or he's like super against this guy, you know. Which, you know, I mean, that's his choice, that's his opinion, and all that stuff. I'm not gonna argue with that. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just so weird that no one in Japan talks about it. I think, or maybe they can't. I don't know. Maybe it's something they can talk about. Maybe they know it, but they just don't. They can't talk about it. I don't know. It's like, you know, it's a very weird situation around this guy for Koichi Sugiyama. For those who don't know already, so his music was played during the Olympics too. So I mean, that's another thing about the Olympics that, you know, kind of left people at unease in a way. So I for me, it's hard to say the more I think about it when it comes to like where I lie on the situation. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, there was a whole big overhaul with New Go to Go Studio, which makes all the Yakuza games and Lost Judgment series and stuff like that. Nagoshi and along with other people left the company for other things, other ventures, and yeah, the staff has kind of restructure, which has already been well established with these games anyway. So I think we're in good hands when it comes to those games. Let me see. Let's see. I'm just skimming through October. Yeah, there's Ash for Apex Legends. Oh, yeah, and then right at the end of October, they changed McCree's name to Cole Cassidy. We definitely remember that one. Yeah. Cole Cassidy. Oh, yeah, and then Pokimane became pretty much like the owner of Evo, like in a way, indirectly. But now the FGC kind of sees her as like the quote-unquote savior. I think it's like more of a meme, but that's just kind of how it goes now. Because whatchamacall, Evo is under the company of RTS, which is under the umbrella of Sony. That's why Sony does have a partnership with Evo in a way, and yeah, RTS is directly in charge of Evo, and Pokimane co-owns RTS, so therefore she kind of is in charge of Evo in a way. That's why people kind of see it that way. Which is, you know, another weird thing for our timeline.
Indeed.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think we were past the multiverses announcement, which, you know, we don't really need to talk about too much. We know it's coming for, I think it was this year. I think it's coming up for this year. I forget when. Exactly. Oh no, Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 have been delayed. On top of more Blizzard stuff. Oh, that's right. Squid Games came out around that time too. Oh my gosh. I watched that like all the way through and completely forgot about it in a way.
SWAT games.
Yeah, SWAT games. That's a good series. I like that one. Also, there's an announcement of the live-action Yu Yu Hakusho for Netflix. Jeez. And then they showed off the cast for One Piece, the live-action One Piece, which I'll just drop it right here. Just briefly. Let me see. Oh yeah, Naruto was announced for Fortnite, right? That was in November. Yeah, that was in November. All the posters for No Way Home for Spider-Man, we were critiquing about them. Because a lot of them look boring and plain. Let me try to see. Okay, yeah, that was the official announcement of Multiverses, the voice cast and everything, which is a big step up from Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, unfortunately, for Game Mill, but yep, it is what it is. And then we got to see more footage about the Riot fighting game. That was cool to see. Let me see, sorry. Oh yeah, there's the betas for the NF Duel and KOF. That was awesome. Yep. More characters for KOF. Oh yeah, Netflix live action Mega Man was also announced. It's a movie in this case, which I don't know how I feel about that one. CEO came back in December. It included that the old couple that was playing Marvel. That was kind of funny, but really cool to see. And yeah, Game Awards stuff that all happened. They showed off the trailer for Sonic Frontier and Sonic Movie 2, so I was happy with that one. And yep, and then we're gonna come to a close with a lot more fighting game stuff. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all we got. So it was definitely another year of the pandemic, right? But at least you know, we got some good games and all that fun stuff. So do you have your game of the year of 2021 ready to be revealed to the audience here?
All right, you guys ready? The game of the year for me is nothing.
Nothing.
Yep. Because you know why? I really didn't even buy anything during 2021.
Well, what about Monster Hunter?
Rise was like a honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it was like, oh yes, you know, oh, praise it. No.
Mm-hmm. I understand how you felt about Rise. That definitely isn't my game of the year either, of course. It's like, what did I put it in my list?
Wait,
It was
I
like,
want to guess your game of the year.
go ahead.
Lost Judgment, or at least in the top 5.
Yeah, you know, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
See? I know this man.
You kind of thought I was gonna pick Tales of Rise or something, huh?
Wrong.
I really like those games though. I mean, Lost Judgment kind of won that one by a bit because I thought about it too. It's just because like they didn't do too many things that deviated from, you know, what I expect to see from these games. But with Tales of Arise, they kind of did that a little too much, in my opinion. While, yeah, it probably is for the better, maybe. I just didn't like what they did for the changes that they did for Arise, for the Tales series, I mean. One example I can give you is like the cutscenes. Like there was these cutscenes called the skits. And skits are usually with 2D sprites, so they kind of look like they have that like sort of that anime touch to it, right? It's like watching an anime cutscene, sort of. But this time around, they only use the 3D models, so it's kind of like mundane at that point. It's like, huh. You know, you keep seeing these 3D models, and then you continue to see these 3D models. Like, yeah, I could use a little bit of a refresher. But with that said, though, I still have fun with the game itself. The gameplay was like fun. Actually, you know, it's a good action-based RPG. I like the story for it. The characters were great. All of them were really likable. You haven't touched Arise, have you?
Nope, still has dust.
Yeah, it's dust on it. I have a feeling you would like. I think his name was Dolheim or Dolhalim, depending on how it's pronounced in English. But it's the guy, the dark skinned dude with red hair. I think you'll like him the most. He's pretty funny and cool. But yeah, I mean, that game was really good. But Lost Judgment was just like, it had a more compelling story. Makes you really think about, you know, which character is right, because you're gonna deal with two sides of justice, you know, and you got kind of like the vengeful style justice versus more of like the law-based justice, you know. So it's kind of like, I guess you can see it as absolute justice versus moral justice in one piece, kind of, but except that they're not as friendly, I guess you can say, with moral justice, because, you know, moral justice is about, you know, like protecting the people, right? It's for the people. But with absolute justice, it's about the law, you know, and they kind of play around with that in One Piece. But in Lost Judgment, you know, you'll deal with these two types of justice. It's not part of the gameplay by any means, but the storyline, it kind of keeps you thinking, like, which character is right. So there's one character who's kind of like Batman, sort of, and then the other character's kind of like, I don't know, who's like really lawful in comic books. I don't know. You take your pick, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of how it is. The combat was really fun. I like the mini games. I like the side tracking that I did because of the side quests. Pretty much how you would do with Yakuza games anyway. And yeah, so I just like how it all came together. The music was really good too. But these two games are kind of neck and neck. When it comes to Monster Hunter Rise, like you were talking about, I put it in number 3. Like, I had a lot of fun with it, but there's really nothing to do after main game. Like, post game, yeah, there's nothing much going on. Like, none of the updates are like new events that do interesting things. All the new events are just kind of like, oh, you just beat this monster and get this costume, World is kind of like, they had some cool stuff. Like, they had the collaboration event with 14, so you get to fight the behemoth, and they had some like cool like boss mechanics, right? Because they took some from 14 and then applied it to Monster Hunter. Those things like that was really cool, But you don't get to see that in 14, or not. In Rise. You just kind of see the same monster with like slightly different things. So that's kind of pretty much it. And also the what do you call, what is it called? The raids? Like, like you have to like protect the gates from monsters.
Yeah.
Those raids, I don't like them. They're not fun. I did not like those additions to the game overall. They're kind of like whatever. I mean, it's a good way to farm some materials there, like exclusive materials there, but it's not a fun way to. Yeah, it's not a fun way to do it. I don't like it. So that's another thing. But I do like the whole feudal Japanese theme. I like the presentation and everything. The Wirebug stuff was really cool. The gameplay stuff was really cool. But what you do after is, unfortunately, what kind of holds it down from being that really great game that I keep playing or whatever, potentially. Not the case here. The replayable value is not there for me. Yeah, otherwise, that's like kind of my top 3 for 2021, and Lost Judgment takes it, man. It's absolutely a great game. I recommend anyone who's curious about it. I feel like you don't really need to play the first game. You kind of just can watch it and play Lost Judgment first, but of course, if you want to get the full experience, then yeah, play Judgment and then Lost Judgment. Which is possible because you can play on PC and for both games. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's something going on with Sega and the talent agency that the actor for Yagami is from. They're butting heads because have you heard of Johnny and Associates? I've talked about this before, but do you recognize Johnny and Associates?
Mm-hmm.
They're like the talent agency for all the like boy idol bands in Japan. Yeah, at least all the famous ones anyway. I don't know if you're familiar with SMAP. SMAP? I don't know if you're familiar with them. But that's like I think that's like one of the really famous ones from a long time ago.
I see.
Yeah, and funny enough, the main actor for Yagami is from that band. It's from that group, SMAP. So he's still part of Johnny and Associates for short, or Johnny's for short. And they really don't like to see their clients in like PC mods and like things that will change up the image of their clients. They're very conservative, and to the point where they're very strict about it. They even straight up censor like this magazine cover with like just gray, like it's just straight up is gray, just because like this person looked slightly different, or they just didn't like how it looked in that magazine cover, so he's just like blocked it completely with like just gray. You know, that's kind of like the company that they are. And Sega/RGG Studio, they want to have these games on PC, but they don't like PC mods because, you know, they could have the actor, you know, do some questionable things, like, you know, those not safe for work mods. Let's just put it that way. That's why, you know, it's kind of like the situation with Keanu Reeves with Cyberpunk. He doesn't care at the end of the day, but he made it clear. But this time, or this case here, is a little more serious, just because it could potentially have pretty much judgment without Yagami, the main character. So it kind of sucks if that is true. So hopefully things work out, but I don't know, because those kind of companies are very strict in Japan. So it sucks. I mean, unless they kind of give up and say, sorry, this is going to be just console exclusive, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope it works out again, because it's a great series, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, that's, I guess, so you don't really have a choice for Game of the Year?
Nope.
Yeah. Because all the other games that you bought, you haven't played them, right?
Yep, I haven't played them, or my time was with an already existing game.
Yeah, with 14, right? Yeah.
You mean WoW, right?
And then Runeterra, or the card game, right? Or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so on and so forth. I mean, I understand. I mean, if you had, but if okay, well, if it was for an ongoing game, who would you give it to? Best ongoing game.
14.
Yeah. Pretty clear choice.
14 or... Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
14.
Yeah. How do you like Endwalker so far? Are you there? Wait, are you in Endwalker?
Yeah, I beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm caught up. It's just that at that... I haven't played all the other classes, you know. They don't interest me. But from where I am right now, I like it.
That's good. So you like enjoyed the story stuff and all that?
Yep.
Yeah. That's good. All right, well, I mean, that's 2021. I mean, 2022, hopefully we'll see some good stuff out of it, but there's bound to be some bumps on the road. But, you know, that's kind of how life is. But now we can get to the news side of things, which I'll do my best to skim through it. But there's some stuff for fighting games to talk about. So first off, we'll talk about the Melty Blood DLC, which is kind of cool because it's actually free this time around. I don't know if they'll do that for the rest of the characters, but it's free here. That includes Aoko, Aozaki, and Noelle. I'm not familiar with Noelle. A little more familiar with Aoko. She's kind of like Shiki's master, in a way, or caretaker, I think. Either way, she kind of is like a mentor figure for Shiki. Yeah, and they're gonna be free, so that's kind of cool actually. So it'll include the story, the character, of course, and the stage. And yeah. That'll be available soonish, the 13th. So yeah, more or less a week ish. We are recording this on the first Friday of 2022, so that'll give you a clue of when we're recording this. But yep, pretty nice though that they are offering free DLC for right now. Okay, so now to KOF, they announced Kula. Finally.
Who?
Kula.
Kula Diamond.
Is it just me, or I kind of wanted her to keep the ice skates on?
She have a very fast stat.
Anime.
The snowmen are pretty funny. Poor Antonov, he's getting his ass whooped. Yep, she's not part of Team K Dash, so she's got to be on someone else's team. And Cronin is who she joined with this time around. So you can kind of see with the story with K Dash and Kula, they kind of had some sort of argument or fight, and she's kind of mad about K Dash still for some reason. We don't know. But yeah, she is a part of.
He was a one-night stand.
Ooh. Oof. The story behind Kula is that she wasn't like, she was kind of like a test tube baby in Nest. She was built to be an assassin, so she's supposed to be like no personality, kind of like machine-like. But over time, I guess she grew to sort of to be childlike, I guess, because maybe what happened with K Dash, maybe he helped her grow in that way. I think maybe that's why they have that connection. And then I guess at one point they had an argument and then they split. Previously they were on the same team along with Maxima, so that's why K Dash and Maxima are together, but not Kula. They're not together. So because they're with Whip. So yeah, that's kind of a loose, somewhat gist of what's going on with Kula. So yeah. I don't know if she's like cybernetically enhanced, but she definitely has, or she was given abilities from. I think she is actually. Anyway, either way, she has the ability to create ice thanks to Nest. Angel is definitely from Nest. She was cybernetically enhanced. That's why she's like super strong and whatever, and deadly. And yeah, I don't know about their relationship together. I don't know if they like each other or whatever, but they're together. And Cronin is the leader of the team, I guess. So there you go. I think there is a comparison video. So Orpheus, please, don't fail us. Let me see. Kula. I have to use this keyboard right here, so I have to like look at it. Kula compares. There we go. Aha! Still doing work. Thank you very much, Orpheus.
Kula Diamond.
So it looks like she has some new things, but not too much. I think her animations are the same for the most part, but oh boy, but her face is drastically different. Let me try to get a good pause. Let me actually, never mind, let me actually just let it play out to see what happens. Oh, yeah, you hear fucking Antonov getting his ass whooped.
Getting murdered.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there you go. I think there's gonna be a slow-mo, so we'll just let it play out. Team Cronin. Yep. So I guess they're kind of shattering all expectations in a way. Kula's not with K-Dash and Maximo, so that's a first. Or that's new. But let me just skip to Oh, there's some like little tweaks that are kind of different. Let me see if I can catch that. Like I think some of the attacks are faster or slower. Yeah, okay, see, look, how this kick hits lower, and then the other kick in 14 though hits a little higher. So I'm not sure if that's a low or mid or something like that. It's a little different. So there's some subtle differences, but for the most part, all the differences do come from like the modeling and stuff like that, the details and such, which I do want to try to catch. Let me see. Try to get like a fair comparison here, because the footage he got for 15 is a little blurry, unfortunately, so we don't get to see all the true like details. But while in 14 he was able to directly record it, so that's why it's a lot cleaner. But you definitely get to see the differences either way, because like the colors for 15 are a lot deeper, more detail in the hair. Oops. Anything that you're noticing at all, or?
The ice looks sharper and more what's the word? More cleaner.
The ice effects are nicer. Oh, that's weird. She doesn't have the bleh animation in 14. That's interesting.
Why does her like clothes in 14 looks more detailed than 15?
Well, because I was saying earlier, like the footage that he grabbed with 15 didn't like what do you call encode right or something like that. So that's why it's a lot blurrier. Unfortunately, because
Sucks.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. So we don't get to see all the true details, because the original video, it's clean, like all that. But we get to say that the colors are different for sure. There's more color in 15 than she does have in 14. The hair looks different too, because like you definitely get to notice that her hair in 14 looks pointier, right? Like it's like spines. But in 15, it's more like a brush, like flat.
Yeah, it looked like they just chopped off the sharp parts and just like, here you go, done.
It looks better though overall, like animation wise, because it looks more wavy. And then 14 it looks spiny and stiff. Well,
15 looks like Play-Doh.
It does look like Play-Doh, but yeah. It looks better when it's moving. I don't know if you're able to see it, but her face from far away does look better in 15 for sure. Like, yeah. Oh my goodness. 14, she looks like one of those like classic Japanese dolls that kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Where's the close-up part? Is it this one? Oh my goodness, you actually get to see her face like right there. Boom. It's somehow like it lacks soul, like even though she has like the shines in her eyes, it still looks like.
You were saying she was supposed to be made as a
robot, like a machine, right? So
yeah, killing machine. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess as an excuse, but oh my god.
I will destroy you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Kill the Goku.
Kill the Goku, yeah. Except kill the K dash. Kill the K. Yeah, unfortunately here it's super blurry, like pixely, because like, yeah, like I said, like probably use the wrong downloader or something for 15, unfortunately. But you can kind of get to see like how her eye shapes are and like, yeah, just more expression. Oh my goodness. Now she looks like a dead fucking doll in this part of 14. Good god.
Now you'll die.
You'll die along with this stupid planet. It looks like Frieza there.
This planet will die in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
20 episodes later.
I know, right? Still 4 minutes.
30 seconds has passed. It's like, what?
Oh my gosh, you can ground some meat with those abs. Remember that part?
Oh my god, you can.
Oh my goodness, though. Yeah. Now she looks like really dead in 14. My goodness.
I haven't slept for 5 years.
I know.
How you been?
Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh. Definitely, they put a lot of money. Oh, you can definitely see the difference in hair, like right here too.
Her skin got clearer on 15.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. A lot of things are better in 15. Yeah, she definitely looks a little darker in 14 for sure. I think for the most part the animation is largely the same except for the very beginning of her level 3 super. Yeah. But anyway, she is vastly improved overall when it comes to those parts, for sure. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to get a good picture. Yeah, she does that pose, which is kind of a characteristic of Kula from long ago. I think you can like kind of see it side by side if I just do like this. Yeah, big difference. Like her hair right here, right? Look at her hair here. It's like really flat looking. They definitely did a lot of work to improve her, for sure. Other than the colors on her outfit, I think the detailing is largely the same. Probably just better because the lighting is a lot better here in 15. So maybe that's why it brings out some details to really bring it out, or to really add up how better she looks. But either way, she is vastly improved. So that's Kula for you. She finally made it into the game. She's very popular amongst the female characters. So there's that. Lastly, for fighting game news relating stuff, this is very recent, and they had to go ahead and Capcom had to go ahead and make the announcement about Capcom Cup being canceled again because of the concerns of Omicron and other variants that could pop up over time. So I think it was originally held for February of this year, but once again they had to cancel it. So pretty unfortunate. This was supposed to be concluding 2021, So again, this is the second Capcom Cup they had to cancel due to pandemic concerns. I think all the like news and reveals that was supposed to come along with that will be for the same like it'll remain around the same time slot. So that's why we're not gonna like see it any sooner or later. I think it'd still be the same. Same with the Street Fighter League stuff. They had to cancel it because again, same reasons. So for the most part, they will produce. It says here, Capcom will produce an online season final event featuring the players who have won the right to participate in Capcom Cup 8. Stay tuned for more information. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to keep safe for the players, the people working, for the tournament and stuff. We're definitely still not out of the woods for the pandemic, unfortunately. People are still getting sick. People, still are recommended to take vaccines and such like that. I got my booster 2 weeks ago now, so I should be okay for that part. But I'm still gonna be careful, of course. I'm still not gonna go out too much, that sort of thing, unless it's necessary. Like for work, for example. So yeah. Have you got your booster yet or no?
Nope.
Are you
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Just waiting
at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, go ahead.
Because right now, it's like I have to wait on my provider, provider to say, yeah, come get it now.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
still
yeah.
on the cusp of older citizens getting and first respondents getting theirs first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's like I'm in the wrong profession.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
I feel like you should have gotten it sooner, but especially if you work in a retail store. But yeah, kind of sucks, but
Right.
yeah, I guess it is what it is. All right, let's go on to the frontline side of things. There is something relating to this sort of. E3 has been canceled once again, and they're going to go online once again. So a lot of people have been saying now at this point that E3 is dying because there's really no point of doing this at this point because all the other companies are gonna can't just do their own thing. But I feel like I don't know. E3 is kind of convenient to like bring it all together in 1 week and just like instead of like all like scattered. Which I think that was the case for some parts of these announcements, but for the most part, I would hate to see it go because it just means I have to like catch it like pieces of it here and there instead of like watching it all in one go. But who knows who will remain for E3 again for this year because it does take a lot of money. Or does it? I don't know. Maybe they'll try to charge less for online stuff. I forgot how it went for last year when it comes to like how much it cost, but I think it's a little hard to get that kind of info. But anyway, they're going online again, and so naturally people just think, well, yeah, they're kind of dying. There kind of is no point of E3 in that regard because all the other companies can just do their own sort of directs and stuff like that. Like Nintendo can do it anytime they want. Sony has already left E3 to do their state of plays. I think Microsoft is the only one that's for sure like kind of stick with us E3. Yeah, and then even if E3 is gone, I think Jeff Keighley is gonna try to like do something like it. So it's kind of like the Hydra, you know what I mean? Like you cut off one head, they'll get replaced, in this case. Would you agree on that, or you have a something to add? Yeah.
Because right now, what can they do?
Yeah.
They're taking all the necessary precautions, so it's like leave them be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't like it, then oh well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As much as it would be nice to have in-person events, I mean, we can't because the pandemic is still going on. What can you do? That's the sort of situation right now. We're still in. We just hit our second year for the pandemic, so it's not gonna go away anytime soon. Like, if I don't know when the Spanish flu ended when it comes to like the pandemic side of things. It might have been 2 or 3 years or something like that. So we may have to wait one more year to see some light at the end of the tunnel. But we'll see about that. It really depends on the people, really. It really depends on them.
On the people, and if the
Government.
not well, what's it called, the new strain coming out, the Delta.
But that really, yeah. I mean, again, that's really up to the people because the reason why these mutations happen is because of the people. So it's like,
Yep.
they're just not careful enough. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, I got the vaccine, so I'm just gonna just go out like willy nilly. Those kind of people too are kind of careless too. I mean, even if you take the vaccine, you still have to kind of only go out when it's necessary.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, that's the situation we're in, so it sucks. What also sucks, meanwhile, is Square Enix and NFTs. NFTs has been very rampant over the past few months now. Very bad for the artists, unfortunately, because people just steal the shit left and right from artists and try to sell it like it's their own. It just takes it to a whole new level of just stealing stuff from the internet. And a lot of companies have been joining in on this NFT stuff, the crypto stuff, including Square Enix now. I'm not going to read this whole statement from the president, which happened right at New Year's, but basically kind of said that we know there are players who want to have fun, but there are players who just want to spend money. So we're just going to try to focus on them and bring in the NFTs to up the revenue stream, pretty much. I mean, didn't directly imply it, but pretty much did. And so that's kind of what's happening with Square Enix potentially. So, did you catch any of it at all? Like, did you caught wind of it when it comes to this stuff?
I caught wind of it, and I'm at that point in time going, I don't think you know what this shit actually is, or sirs.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, you just want to slap them. Stop it.
It's just another scheme to make people feel like they can make money quickly, but it's all for the company. It's all for the corporate stuff. They're gonna be the ones to try to make the most money out of it. And I mean, I'm not a big expert when it comes to these NFTs. I can't give you like a standard definition of what it is, but I know what it does to artists. It kind of leaves them in the dust. It sucks. So, I don't like it, of course. When it comes to like the whole environment thing, like it takes a lot of like electricity and power to mine all that stuff. I don't know how that works, but whatever. I mean, when it comes to like those practical things, like I don't like it. I don't like the whole stealing thing, and it sucks for the artists. Especially on Twitter, like they've been talking about it for a long while now, and it's not a pretty sight to see. Now, am I gonna still buy Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2? Yeah, I mean, I don't like. There's like people like to do this thing where it's like, oh, they're doing this bad thing, so I'm not gonna buy the whatever fucking
boycotting.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if that's gonna really do anything, honestly. Like at the end of things, so I don't know if that's really worth trying to go through the trouble of just like going through the FOMO and like all that stuff. Like I don't know, man.
It's like it's like the whole like people are trying to boycott, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. There are still people still thinking Amber Heard is like the innocent one, and it's like there's big ass evidence that she ain't.
Yeah. She's delaying the case for a reason. Yeah, she's delaying the case for a reason.
Well, she lost the case.
Oh, did they already go through it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She lost, but Warner Brothers isn't backing down. And now firing her outright from the movie of Aquaman.
Yeah.
What they did, from what I read last, was, we just cut down, her screen time.
Okay.
It's like, okay. Well, Warner Brothers, are you going to give back Johnny Depp his role in Fantastic Beasts? Who? I mean,
yeah.
Them giving it to Mads to play what was Johnny Depp's role. It's
I've heard things about that.
I can get back. I can back that, because I'll just think of it as a, as a different form that the character has. He's not stealing it from Johnny Depp. It's just a different form. Like how Dumbledore. There was like, what, 3 different Dumbledores?
Yeah.
The first Harry Potter.
Yeah, because the
first one passed away like before the movie was even done. Which was really sad, because that to me was a good Dumbledore.
Yeah, no, I really like that Dumbledore too. But yeah.
But again, with NFTs shit, it's like, why?
It's just one of those things to me, like it's like that thing where, yeah, that's a stupid thing to think about or do, but I'm still gonna, like, buy Square Enix stuff, like, 7 Remake Part 2 and for stuff like that, just because I'm not the one who judges, like, on people who want to just buy the video game and just don't think about those things, just want to play the video game. I mean, at least be aware of it, but
yeah, I think that's what some of us are going to do. We're going to be aware of it, we're going to acknowledge it, but it's not going to really impact our
taste,
our game, gameplay of it.
Yeah, if it actually affects, like 14, for example, right? If it actually affects 14 and stuff like that, then that could be a problem, right?
It could be a problem.
And for 7 Remake Part 2, possibly, I'm not going to be a part of that then. But if it's like the same thing, like if nothing really has changed for those kind of games, I'm still going to play it. I don't want to just back out because they're doing something that I don't necessarily agree with. It's an NFT. It's not like anything really drastic, you know what I mean, or life affecting in a way, but it's just like one of those, like, big inconveniences, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
It's like how EA is doing with loot boxes, right? I mean, yeah, it sucks, but we still buy some EA stuff, It's just kind of what it is to me in this case too. Is it worse than loot boxes? More ways than one, yeah, sure, but it's still kind of like what that sort of case is. It would take a lot more than that for me to not buy those kind of products. So, but here's the thing, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can't really consume cleanly. Like, there's a lot of companies that do some fucked up shit, and people are still buying stuff from them, You can't really consume cleanly nowadays when it comes to, like, media stuff. So, the question is, are you willing to miss out on stuff just because you don't feel comfortable with the things they're doing or they think about or what they believe in? That's your choice, That's all I'm for. That's, but if you do make the choice of buying it still, I'm not going to judge, I understand that you really like this product or whatever, and you want to use it, and it's very convenient or whatever whatever it is to your liking. So that's where I stand on it. Like, yeah, it would have to take a lot more than that for me to not buy those kind of products. So that's pretty much it. Unless you have anything else to add. Yeah. You can definitely move on from there. This is a bit of a quick one, involving with China. So China has like those restrictions we talked about over time with gaming, like the whole 3 hours per week kind of thing. Really has affected actually a lot of companies in China. There's a lot of small little game companies in China that aren't benefiting from this, and so they have to just, shut down. 14,000 at least have to shut down because of these regulations. Even companies like MiHoYo had to change their publisher for Genshin Impact to another company in that's based in Singapore now. So now things are a little different for Genshin Impact. So they're still going. Funny enough, we'll talk about that later on of what's happening there. But anyway, sucks for the Chinese companies who want to make games and gamers in China, because they can't really do much in China when it comes to that. So it's a really lose-lose situation for China when it comes to video games. So it's pretty ugly. Okay, now we can talk about the games news, some extras before we conclude the show. So Sonic Frontiers, I kind of mentioned it in the Game Awards side of things. They were actually going to release it during 2021 because it was the 30th anniversary for Sonic, but they didn't. They decided to actually delay it because they wanted to brush up on the quality, quote unquote. So that's actually really cool. I do agree with that. I mean, I'm all for it if it really does mean it can make the game better. We've had a lot of games nowadays that come out half-assed, broken at launch, and some of them aren't even updated to the point where it's playable. Like Cyberpunk, for example, it's still broken, man. Unfortunately, Anthem that got shut down. Pretty much for anyone who remembers that game. And now Battlefield is kind of the victim of that too. So I definitely would like to see more companies do this, to really take things to consideration, to delay it, for the sake of quality assurance. So yeah, glad to see that Sonic Frontiers is definitely one of them. So I'm all for it. Good on them. So now we can talk about some Genshin Impact stuff. So there's some recent news about the costumes for Genshin Impact, because China not only is very strict about gaming, they're very strict about how the characters dress. So Rosaria here, for example, she's going to get a permanent change in China with this costume. Very different because her leggings are gone. Her fishnet leggings are gone. She has different thigh highs or something. Some big old boots, or thigh high boots, it looks like. Her arms are covered up, and her chest area is less accentuated, I think. They are covering up that area, even though it's already covered up technically. So, I do like the outfit. It makes sense for her. She's like a nun kind of character, sister/nun, whatever. But it kind of loses sort of that expression behind it, the freedom of design. Jean here does look actually pretty cool. It looks like she's going to like a military dinner kind of thing. But yeah, you get to see some differences. Like her chest is covered up. Chest areas again less accentuated. The bottom half is the same for the most part. Interesting that her sleeves are black now instead of white. I guess to match with the chest area, which is like a dress shirt. But I kind of do like it to a different degree, because it definitely gives off a different vibe for Jean. A little more disciplined, I guess. While Jean here looks on her left looks a little more free, a little liberal in that sense. Amber, for the most part, looks the same, except the red. Some of her chest area is covered up. Maybe, again, less emphasized. You see less of the brown for some reason, and see more red, which is kind of interesting. But overall, the least touched upon when it comes to these characters. Mona, though, has gone through some big changes. Probably the biggest change out of them all. She is very popular on the fan art side of things. I don't know if you see it on your timeline. Okay, it's not that popular. Yeah, okay. But when it comes to people who do play the game, it probably shows up on the timeline a lot, like mine, when it comes to fan art. And so definitely makes sense that she got hit the hardest because her leggings are gone. Instead, she's wearing thigh highs to show off a little bit of skin, surprisingly. But she's wearing like kind of like a shorts kind of thing now, with it's like a bodysuit, but it has like some legging, some pants going on, which is a little less like, you know, the outfit on the left, and her chest area is a little covered up more. Otherwise, yeah, the hat. Oh, the hat is a little different too, surprisingly. Maybe it's just that's the concept art. Yeah, her upper body area is definitely different. Her thighs, a little different. But when it comes to the legs, yeah, definitely big change there. So, pretty sure her butt is going to be, you
nerfed.
know,
Her butt's going to be nerfed.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, everything else is nerfed all around. Yeah, for sure. Interesting about this is that these outfits are coming to the Western players, but these are going to be optional. These are going to be alternate outfits that you can put on and off, you know, or switch it back and forth with the original and alternate. So that's cool for us, right? But when it comes to the Chinese players, unfortunately, they don't have the choice. They have to stick with these outfits now. So they have to like kind of ditch away from the original designs and stick with these ones. I think, in my opinion, Mona is the only one that's kind of bad. But other than that, Amber looks the same, largely. Jean looks pretty cool, like in a different way. And I kind of do like the outfit for Rosaria. So. But for compensation for Chinese players, they're actually going to get 1,200 gems, while everyone else doesn't, because we get to have the choice between choosing the alternate and the original outfit. So it kind of makes sense in that regard, I guess. So, but it does suck that they have to do this because it's censorship. You know, the reasons is for censorship for the CCP or Chinese Communist Party. So, aka the Chinese government. So that's how it goes. You get to see here's a cleaner like shot of the alternate outfits right here, and you get to see like the info and stuff like that. So, yeah, so when it comes to the Western players and everyone else, the default outfits of the above characters will be retained. That's the confirmation that we got for everyone else. So this is the official image of the concept art for the upcoming alternate costumes. I don't know when exactly they'll happen, but it should happen soonish. I don't know if they have actually gave out a date or not, but it should happen within a close window. But yeah, that's what's happening here, and that's only the beginning. It seems like there's going to be plenty of other characters to look at and go through some changes as well. I think even some of the males will go through some changes too, because, you know, China doesn't like tattoos. They don't like, you know, skin. showing. So they don't like effeminate.
They don't like skin showing, but they like it in other type of media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even they don't like effeminate males. So that's why I feel like Venti is gonna go through a change too, because he looks.
Which is kind of dumb because mostly of their drawings of their old tales and stuff. There's some very effeminate men.
Yeah. Handsome men.
It's like
yeah.
It's like, wow, you guys are one of the biggest hypocrisy ever to walk on.
Yeah, the hypocrites. Yeah. Hypocrites at their finest, right? So that's it's kind of how it goes right now for modern China. It's very hard to consume media in its original form. There's a ways around it, sure. I'm sure of it, but it's they're gonna have to go out their way to do it. All right, let's get this out of the way. So Mario Kart 9 is reportedly being in development, active development, and is gonna have allegedly a new twist to the game. I mean, shouldn't come with a surprise. I mean, a lot of the Nintendo games always do this. They always have to have something new for these kind of games. So I'm all for it. I mean, sure. But hey, I mean, as long as it's fun, I'm all for it.
Okay, new twist in the game. It's gonna be like Burnout. You get to crash into your opponents.
Oh god, it's like they actually has like physics to it. So they're gonna use like Unreal Engine or something like that to like really calculate the physics and like Mario and are gonna like ragdoll and like
ragdoll. See the cart actually like go into pieces. This is where weight class really plays into.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. They should have a crash mode. Oh my goodness, I missed that. Yeah. Crash mode. Oh man, those were the days. I actually had a lot of fun with Burnout 2 with the crash mode. 3 was like kind of much because they had the explosion things. Like, it's like kind of cheating in a way. I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but it's like, of course, you're gonna do more damage because you have the explosion button. I don't know about.
I forget which Burnout. It was on the PSP. Like I think I kind of like overdid the crashing, and you could see the frames dropping. It's like, oh. So this is what it feels like to run on potato.
Yeah. Whatchamacall? Paradise. I didn't play Paradise, so I don't know how that went with the crashing and stuff. That one was supposed to be like the more open world kind of game. I have no idea how that went. But yeah, that's all for the game's news, and we can now wrap it up with the movie stuff, which again, not much, but there's something to talk about. Morbius, as we kind of talked about earlier, has been delayed once again for the 6th time, in fact, from January 28th to April 1st. Interesting day to pick, right? I guess it's still for theaters, if I'm correct. Yeah, it looks like it's for theaters still. Yeah. Yeah, in theaters. Yeah, it was gonna be for July 31st of 2020, and then they delayed it to March 2021, October 2021, now January 2022, and then January again for 2022, but for the 28th, and now they moved it to April 1st of this year. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, how many delays can you do?
I mean, we cannot say that Morbius isn't going to be like Channing Tatum's Gambit movie. At least we saw shit.
Yeah.
So that
I mean, I don't know how many people are urging to watch this in theaters, man.
Like, I wanna watch it, but it's like one of those movies, like, eh.
Yeah.
Like Venom, I will, I watched it.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, like a lot of people had like a on and off viewing of that movie. Because some say that their theater, because I really think it's the theater, the volume was too high, or the volume was too soft, or
yeah, the like the EQ was off or something. Equalizer.
And then my friend said that when they watched it, it was in Espanol, and I was like, what?
What the hell?
I mean, she was able to understand it, but she's like she was kept looking at her ticket, going like, it doesn't say it's in Espanol, but okay, I guess. Which made it more funny because she had to translate the entire movie to her husband.
That's not. That's not fun.
So I don't know.
I guess that happens though.
Yep.
Someone probably switched in the wrong movie or something, or the wrong version.
Or someone just
or someone played a prank. I don't know. Because they hate Venom. I don't know.
They hate Tom Hardy.
Maybe. Or they just hate Marvel in general. That could be a thing. Because movie directors hate Marvel movies because they hate how it's like it's so
same.
They're all following that same formula, but it makes a lot of money.
I know, it's like that old proverb: if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep, exactly. Like Call of Duty. Well, at least for a long time.
I don't know. The only thing that's broke with Call of Duty is your guys' outrageous freaking updates.
Oh yeah. Well, when it comes to Warzone, yeah.
You guys need to find a way to compress that damn thing.
Yep. All right. Anywho. Anywho. We got a Scott Pilgrim anime series, I guess, in the works for Netflix. So now it's live action to anime, which could work out a little better.
But why?
I don't know.
Like this is to me too late already. Like
yeah,
the hype for Scott Pilgrim
long past.
Yeah.
The video game already came out, like the beat 'em up video game on PS3 from long ass time ago. They should have capitalized on that. But I guess it's just because maybe they thought Scott Pilgrim would catch on as well. Maybe that's why they kind of put away the idea for making a cartoon or anime. But I guess they're making it now. I mean, maybe it is the time because people are staying at home, or more people are going to stay at home. We're probably going to have another lockdown, maybe. Potentially for Omicron and whatever variant comes up. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll be a good time for it. I have no idea. But, hey, I mean, if it looks cool, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. Creators, I guess the creators for Scott Pilgrim are going to be involved with it as writers and executive producers. Also, we'll see how it goes. One last thing before we wrap it up. There was that Pixar movie Turning Red. There was a trailer for a while back. It was going to come out for theaters, but I guess they're not going to do it anymore. They're going to slap it onto Disney Plus in March 11th, ahead of the time for Omicron and all that stuff, in case there is a lockdown. Which I mean, I'm okay with. I mean, I'd be fine to watch it at home.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, the other Pixar movies were sent straight to Disney Plus.
Oh, did they not have like a simultaneous release?
what was it? Soul and Luca were straight into Disney Plus.
I thought they had a theater release, but okay. I mean, works for me.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know why they sent me to this link, but whatever. That's what's happening. I mean, I feel like they should have. I mean, this might be a little controversial, but I think they should have made Far From Home into also a simultaneous release.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, though. I mean, the movie performed pretty well in the box office, of course, despite pandemic stuff. It almost beat Endgame, but because of the pandemic, pretty much like it was held back to second place on opening weekend, I think. So if it wasn't for that one, I mean, it would be an Endgame for sure. Seeing how close it was, I forgot the exact numbers, but yeah, it looked close. But you know, I wish it was on Disney Plus simultaneously. But I think you said it was gonna come out in like March, right, or something like that.
Wait, no, for which one?
For Far From Home.
Yeah. Far From Home is. Is Far From Home worth watching? It's like, wow, how cute too. Like, No Way Home.
Or No Way Home, yeah, whatever, whichever one.
We are looking at March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
For the Blu-ray. Yep. But again, it's so bad that right now we can't even watch any of the Spider-Man movies. There's so many.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yep. Yeah, the only way to catch them right now is either just Blu-ray or you buy it or rent it digitally and stuff like that. But there's no like streaming site, I don't think, that has all three or the two Spider-Man movies in one thing, or all this. In fact, all the Spider-Man movies in one thing. You know. Again, that's the situation we're in right now. But hopefully in March things change. Because I do want to really see that movie for myself. I mean, technically I've seen spoilers for it, but I already knew that was gonna happen. Like, oh, the other two Spider-Man are gonna be coming. Like, okay, no shit. Like, I like, come on, right?
Like we all knew, but you know.
Yeah. But there was one spoiler, like I told you, like from BuzzFeed, that was like, bro, really? Did you have to put that in a fucking time, like the headline?
Yeah,
like
because they smart.
Yeah, they sure are. All right, well, that's all we got for this episode 168, our first episode of the year. How long have you been going for?
Yeah.
2.5 now, so
1,000 years.
1,000 years. Well, we're gonna go on hopefully next week. Hopefully, if there is some stuff to talk about. Because right now it's a little dry, but it is January, so people are counting up their money and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it goes. But anyways, that's all we got for this episode of the podcast. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hit the bell. You know what to do. Really helps out, and I really appreciate it. So we'll hopefully be back next week if there is stuff to talk about. And so until then, we'll see y'all in the next one. Let's hope 2022 will at least have a decent start. We'll see. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. See you, kids. All right, cats.